Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well. First and foremost, thank you to everyone that left your comments and your views and everything on yesterday's video. I really appreciate it. There were some really interesting comments. Obviously we were discussing the whole Ben Chilwell Twitter thing where Chelsea fans, or so-called Chelsea fans, went into his tweet and just started tweeting him nothing but abuse, insults and hate. So yeah. The point that I was trying to make yesterday, which is, I want to say one thing which I left out of the video, and it was only because it wasn't in my mind. But having reflected a bit, I want to say this, just to add on to yesterday's video. How long has it been since we gave a manager everything that he wanted? It's been a while. You know, Mourinho had that at first, and then he started suffering. Antonio Conte didn't exactly get who he wanted. Sorry, to an extent, he got Jorginho, you know, so we'll give him that. But you know, we always had managers that weren't pleased. Frank Lampard, we have to say, is being given everything that he wants, and you know, we can't back out of our claim. We can't say, hey, you know, no, we can't have this player. Even though I want the manager to be backed, but no, we can't have this player. That doesn't work like that. No, Frank Lampard is being given everything that he wants. Fantastic. We want the manager to be backed. As far as I'm concerned, Roman, Marina, everyone on the board are doing their jobs exactly how they should. And that's fantastic. I haven't said that in a while. And specifically about Marina. I have loads of good things to say about Marina now. I never thought I would, but it's come down to it, and you have to be honest. You give credit where it's due. I think it's fantastic. I think she's doing a great job. So fair play to her and fair play to the club. The truth of the matter is, though, when these signings come in and they start performing, when they succeed, you give credit to Lamps and you say, flipping hell, you spotted some gems. Well done to Lampard. And if they fail, you turn to Lampard and you go, hey, your judgment was a bit off. And then you can start criticising Lampard, because at the end of the day, the buck stops with him. But we want our manager to be backed. And that's the truth of the matter. Chilwell is a Lampard signing. He wants Chilwell. We have to give the manager what he wants. You know, it's as simple as that. You trust the manager, you hire him, you want him to manage the team, well, let him manage. He wants Chilwell, we get Chilwell, and then we back the player. Simple as that. We can have critique, we can all say, I'm not so sure this is a good move, but the moment he puts the signature on the dotted line and he becomes a blue, you back him. Simple as that. Simple as that. And at least give the chance before you can start criticising him. He hasn't even worn a Chelsea top yet. I mean, come on. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that was the point that I wanted to make. And in relation to Ben Chilwell, a lot of you have been worried, and some of the comments I read yesterday wasn't necessarily about his ability. It was about the fee. A lot of you, like myself, are worried about the money being spent. That it's going to cost Chelsea 80 million or something stupid to get Ben Chilwell to the club. I've got two things to say about this. Firstly, you have to acknowledge that the Chelsea Football Club, they will spend what they're able to afford. It's as simple as that. If they're able to afford 80 million for Chilwell, they will spend 80 million for Chilwell. And whether we like it or not, the club is in a financial position that allows them to do so. So it's none of our business. When you think about it, it's none of our business. It doesn't come from my pocket. It doesn't come from your pocket. It doesn't come from any of our pockets. It comes from the club's account. It comes from Roman's pocket. If they're able to spend that, for them, it's just another number. And that's the truth. And that goes for any football club. If they can afford to set a certain fee, no matter how crazy we think it is, if to them it works out and they think it's good business, we can afford to do this, it's just a number with a few zeros on the end. As far as the club's concerned, it doesn't actually mean anything, you know? So that's key. As much as we would like to go, hey, no, you know what? We need to negotiate better. We need to spend 30 or 40 million or 50 million tops. So we don't want to go above that. It's ridiculous spending that amount of money. If Chelsea are thinking like us, then they will do so. If they can afford to secure the signature with the fee of 80 million and they think that to them that was good business and they can see them getting that money back and being sure of getting that money back in sales, competitions, profits, where they think the new built team might take the club, then they're going to spend the money. It's as simple as that. So we can't really interfere in that. It's not our business. We're not in a position to do so. We can give our opinion, but we can't interfere in that. It's just the truth of the matter. Modern day football now is different from how it used to be. Now, many clubs see a fee as just a bunch of zeros, and they'll add another zero on the end of it if they have to. They don't matter. It doesn't matter. So that's the truth of the matter. The second point I wanted to make in relation to some of you being worried because of the fee. Some of you saying, no, we've spent on Werner, we've spent on Ziyech, we're spending on Havertz, we're going to spend on Chilwell, we need a centre-back, we need a goalkeeper, and you're panicking. Relax, okay? When you think about it and you take it all into context, we've bought Werner, we've bought Ziyech, we're more than likely to get Havertz for, let's say, 80 million, okay? You add all of that together, it's costing the club about 160, 155 million, somewhere around there, yeah? Let's call it 160 million. When you look at having to buy a Chilwell and or a Rice or centre-back, regardless, and a goalkeeper, which at the moment is looking like Onana, who is going to be around the 30 million fee. Let's take, for example, if it was Chilwell, Declan Rice and Onana. Chilwell, I would say we hopefully can get for about 60 or 70 million. But let's call it 80. Let's go by Leicester's valuation. 80 million. Declan Rice, 60? 70? Let's say 70. 150. Onana, 30. 180. Right? For those three. And bearing in mind, I don't think that's going to happen. I think if we go for Chilwell, Declan Rice might actually not happen. And I think we'll go in for Younes Dunk, who I'm going to talk about very shortly, and will cost about 40 million instead. So you can already deduct about 30 million from that. But let's say if it was Chilwell, Rice and Onana. Yeah? You look at our transfer budget, which the club has already set. You look at the money that we didn't spend because of the transfer ban, which is just sitting there ready to be used. You look at the money that we got in for Eden Hazard and for Morata, as well as other players that we let go. On top of that, the players we're going to sell. If you accumulate all of that, our net spend is probably close to zero. And that's the truth of the matter. The Morata and Hazard money just in itself is about 150 million. If not a bit more. I need to double check on that. But that alongside our already set transfer budget, which was already sitting there, you could say 100 million, so stick that on top. Plus the money of the players that we're about to sell, because we will be selling. We will be getting rid of players. There are dead wood in the team, and I spoke about this in the previous video. We get rid of them. You add all that money together, alongside the money we've spent, the net spend is going to be so minimal. It's going to be so short. We can afford it. We can afford it. So that's just another thing that I wanted to tell you guys. You can rest assured, Chelsea know what they're doing. Their finance department knows what they're doing. Marina knows what she's doing. Lampard knows what he's doing. Everything is in control. Don't panic. And I expect something about Havertz hopefully soon. I'm thinking Chilwell will happen. And Younes Dunk, in all honesty, is who I think we're gonna go for, and I'm gonna speak about Dunk now. Obviously, because there was the rumor earlier today, which this morning I saw and I thought, flipping out, amazing, we're getting Younes Dunk, yes. And then I saw where the rumor came from, and I thought, okay. Basically, this was the headline. Chelsea have now turned their attention to £40 million Younes Dunk after West Ham asked for 80 million for Declan Rice. I saw this headline, as I said, and I was buzzing. I was like, oh, great, okay, 40 million. Maybe we can get him for a bit less, but okay, fine. And then I saw this came from The Sun. Just to put it into context, I would rather trust the alcoholic down the road rather than The Sun. So, and no one else is saying this, so I'm just going to take this with a pinch of salt. Now, would I take Younes Dunk? Absolutely. If you look at what he's accomplished at Brighton, his attributes and what he can bring, he's very no-nonsense. He throws himself on the line. He's a great leader. He's a captain. He's Premier League proven. His stats don't lie. He can ping a ball diagonally. He can ping a long ball if he wants to with both feet, and he's really good at that, much like John Terry used to do. He's great in the air. What else do you want? He's 28. We can get a few years out of him before we go for a proper young up-and-coming centre-back, or we wait for someone like Tomori to develop, or someone down the line might just pop out of nowhere. You never know. So we'll wait and see. Some of you are saying, why don't we just go and get Upamecano. And I'm just thinking, he's just signed a new contract. He's not leaving Leipzig. And as much as I would take him, like the other night, his performance was absolutely exemplary. Just beyond this world. Fantastic. So yeah, I would take him. But he's not leaving Leipzig. So you have to be realistic, guys. Remember, as I said before, this isn't FIFA. This isn't Football Manager. You can't just, submit a bid. Oh, great. It's enough money. It's accepted. That's not how football works. That's just not how football works. There's many factors. And the truth of the matter is, if a player is happy at his club and he doesn't want to leave, he won't leave. Simple as that. So yeah, it's very unrealistic. Whereas Lewis Dunk is very realistic. He wouldn't turn down the move to Chelsea either. That's for sure. Unless he's just super loyal, which as much as I think he would be, when a big club comes calling and it's probably your last opportunity, you will go. Simple as that. So I would go for Lewis Dunk, and I think he'd be a great addition, and I'm hoping it'll happen. And if I have to predict, I do think we'll get Chilwell, Dunk, and Onana. I do think those are the three that are going to be coming. Declan Rice, initially, I thought, but it doesn't seem like West Ham are going to be lowering their fee. 70 million or nothing. And as far as I'm concerned, maybe we'll get him as well. Maybe stick him in. Maybe we'll get all of them. Who knows? We can afford to, so, it's not a problem. And anyone who's worried about financial fair play, trust me, that doesn't count. It doesn't count anymore. When Man City have done what they've done and they've only gotten away with a £10 million fine, oh, trust me, Chelsea would be more than happy to pay 10 million. More than happy. Spend 350 million and pay 10 million as a fine. Fantastic business. No problem. Anyway, in other news, just really quickly, Man City, oh my God. I can't believe they got knocked out the way they did against Lyon. And Moussa Dembele, who would have thought, eh? But I want to end the video on saying we finally know what would have happened if Harry Kane had squared it against Croatia. I have finally found closure with England getting eliminated in the semi-final. Yesterday, it hit me, and I was like, finally, I'm over it. Finally. Because that was always in my head. What if Harry Kane squared it? We would have scored. We would have gone on to the final. We would have beaten France. We would have won the World Cup for the second time. It would have gone, absolutely mental. But having seen what Sterling missed yesterday, yeah, I can see why Harry Kane didn't square it. So I'm completely cool with it now. Anyway, I'll see all of you tomorrow for a brand new video, so be sure to tune in then. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Hit that like button. It does help me out a lot. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Let's try and get this to 5,000 likes, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one, guys. Look after yourselves. Take care, and peace.